So, the first thing I want to show off is how I auto all 100 floors of Tower of Ascension Normal and Tower of Ascension Hard. You are not going to be able to do this right away. It does use a lot of 5-star units. It's going to take some time. You also are going to need very good runes and rune quality and grinds and gems. It's not a simple thing to do. But I'll just go, this is floor 95 of Tower of Ascension Hard. And this is my team. A lot of these you can get pretty easily, such as Riley and a few other ones. Like I've often used Spectra instead of Kaki. Kaki speeds it up. Tyrone won't be too hard to get. You can also use Beretta. But there's some things that aren't going to be easy to get. Savannah, who is pretty hard to replace but can be done. I also use Veramos a lot. Veramos plus Spectra works really well. And then finally my Light Monkey. That's probably going to be the hardest one to replace. It's possible. You could use things like Poseidon or some other like large AoE units. I'm not really sure. I don't have a lot of options. I don't need more than my Light Monkey and Poseidon, but things similar in those categories, like a Varad would do really well. The Water Chimera would do really well. There's a lot of options that you can use to replace the Light Monkey, because I understand not everybody's going to have a Light Monkey, but you're going to look for something in that category where he provides a ton of AoE CC, attack bar reduction, sleep, stuns. He just provides a lot of that. You got to make sure he's really fast, so he's constantly doing it. He does attack bar reduction, freeze, stuns. He's ruined Despair. Got to make sure you have your Devilmon in these units. Despair, focus, 90% accuracy, over 100 speed. He's really tanky in HP and defense. Doesn't do a lot of damage because that's not why he's here. He's fast and he's going to constantly be stunning units a whole bunch. And then you go to Riley. Riley is my healer. She grants immunity. She can cleanse. She gives attack up to make them faster. I got 0 accuracy on Riley. She doesn't need accuracy. She's very resistant, very fast, very tanky. She is violent because I am a big believer in your healer being violent, because it's just more healing, and you never know when that's going to come in handy. I also have her fully Devilmon up. These things are all important. These runes are going to be grinded too. You can see these are grinded. These are really good runes. To the best of their abilities, violent grinds are a little hard to come by because everybody's pretty much violent. Kaki, that's my damage dealer. Large AoE damage, built-in healing. He has good speed. He's got a ton of attack. He's got good HP and defenses, not to mention his passive also gives him even more defense. Decently accurate for the defense break, which is also very important. He is also set to revenge. Everything is grinded, like I said. Everything's plus 15 on all of these units. The requirements are extremely high. Then you have my Savannah, decent accuracy, decent resistance. Lots of speed, lots of attack, good HP, okay defense. She is violent, grinded on everything, fully skilled up. You can't be slacking in these categories. Lastly, you have my Monkey, decent accuracy, decent resistance, very fast, very tanky. Everything's completely skilled up. I think I have some runes I can upgrade on him. That's why he's not fully grinded, but a majority of him is grinded. Yeah, he has some tweaking I still want to do on him. He's not perfection yet, but he's getting there. All the same, runes, grinds, artifacts, everything is about capped out as you can. This is not an easy thing to do, but this is Tower of Ascension Hard. I can just hit autoplay because I've autoplayed all of these already. And you're going to see sometimes it's not 100% guaranteed. Even with all of these units pretty much completely maxed out with some of the best runes that I have, it is pretty much never a guarantee, especially when you get into these later stages like Tower of Ascension hard 80, Tower of Ascension hard 90. You're going to, you might fail here and there. For the most part, I just run it right back. You know, maybe the opponent's got a lucky hit in there and one shot one of your units and they couldn't do the rest of it with 4 of them. It happens. It's a roll of the die. It's Summoner's War. Maybe one of my units decides he doesn't want to use abilities for 5 turns, because that's really common for some reason. So sometimes it'll fail, but I usually just run it again. It'll be fine. Unless it's like a specifically difficult floor, like the Light Angel. Everyone knows that one. The Light Valkyrie. That's what it is. And you'll have to switch up. You'll have to switch up your teams to handle that situation. And very rarely do I do that. And usually if I'm switching out any 2 units, I'm usually switching out Kaki and I'm usually switching out Savannah. Since pretty much the entire point of them is they're my damage dealers to help me speed up my clear of these. Because I do this every month, you know? So the faster I can do it, the better. And so I usually put in 2 damage dealers to help it be a bit faster, but I could easily switch out, like, put in Veramos, put in Spectra. It'll be a lot slower, but it'll be more consistent because that's just more attack bar reduction, more cleansing on my end, more healing, attack break, more slows. But my only real damage is coming out of, like, Spectra's Headbutt, which isn't that much because that's not how I have my Spectra rune for. But yeah. This is the team that I use. I pretty much auto, normal, and hard of Tower of Ascension every month using this team. They're extremely consistent until you get to, like I said, floor 80, floor 90. So this is just an example. I understand not a lot of people are going to be able to recreate this team perfectly, but it's to show, like, hey, here's kind of the idea of what you want to go for. It's a lot of attack bar reduction, making sure your healers are very strong. A lot of defense break and attack up so you have the damage to get through these waves, and a lot of hard crowd control like freezing, sleeping, and stuns. And yeah, you can see pretty much there's very few floors that it has difficulty with, and you just have to make a little adjustment here and there. But hopefully this helps someone figure out how to, you know, get their auto Tower of Ascension team started up, because I was asked that before when I showed off how to beat the floor 100 bosses. Those teams would work consistently throughout the tower, and this is what I use to clear out my tower every time. And it's on auto, so I don't really pay attention while I do this. Usually I'll play some other game. Lately I've been playing Diablo while my teams just auto run through all the tower. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Peace.